Also wanted to touch on investing in commodities like gold, silver, titanium, palladium, zinc, things like that. That's going to be very beneficial moving forward in the future. I don't know how many people know, but our US dollar used to be backed by gold and silver. It is no longer backed by that. It's backed basically by a word. So this dollar, the US Federal Reserve note, is basically a promissory note. There is no commodity or anything of tangible assets behind it anymore. They stopped backing it back in 1968, coinciding with the Vietnam War. The U.S. incurred more debt than we had on reserve in the gold and silver reserves. So they decided to abolish the backing of gold and silver with our dollars at that time. So this way they had more power and more ability to create Federal Reserve notes. Also, just a little bit of information, the Federal Reserve is not a branch of the government. It's a privately held banking institution by the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Van Duns, the Van Cleefs, and people like that. You can search it on the internet and you can see the history of the Federal Reserve, but it is not a branch of the government like most people think. So, that being said, up until 1934, I believe they actually printed silver certificates, and I actually have some, but I didn't put it with, in front of me right now. But it says, $1, it says silver certificate because it used to be backed by silver. So, getting back to my point, if we begin to invest in silver and gold and other commodities, other tangible goods, it will come in handy down the road. You never know what's going to happen. And if the Federal Reserve note loses all of its power, because we know the dollar is rapidly falling, that's why you have investors from all over the world coming to the U.S. now and purchasing property, purchasing goods. People are coming from Europe all the time and purchasing things, that we think are astronomical because the strength of their euro is stronger than our dollar. But being said, you can actually go on eBay and different, service centers or eBay centers or however you want to call it, and you can purchase these silver bullions, they're called. So this is actually 1 troy ounce of silver bullion, and it's probably worth today, I would say about $20. I think the silver was down today, so it's about $19-20 an ounce today. Troy ounce, that is. I don't know exactly what a troy ounce is, but it's a troy ounce. It's not like a regular ounce. And this is actually a 4 ounce bar that I have. It's a replica of a $100 bill. And this, I don't remember how much I paid for it, but today it's worth about $110 on the market today. So these will be things that will be good to have, in part of your as part of your savings or savings vehicle down the road, because this can always be traded as opposed to you going and saying, okay, well, my CD is due now, and you're not getting a good rate of return on your CD or your brokerage account at this point. So I just wanted to leave you with those tips today. I hope that this was helpful to someone, and if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email again at jpsgroup@optonline.net. Also, one other thing, we will be talking about credit and how we can improve our credit, what we can do to kind of, I won't say manipulate the system, but just use some of the loopholes that the credit system has to our advantage. Everyone, unfortunately, is not in the 750, 810 credit score range, but we can be if we implement certain things. So if you have any questions on credit and how to improve your credit, I have hordes of letters and forms that I use. There's some pretty cool, some fun stuff that you can do with your creditors that a lot of people don't know about. You can look up accord and satisfaction and things like that, and it's pretty cool. You can use it, and it's fun, and it'll extinguish your debt, and you actually will have a legal means of paying for, so to speak, a debt. Real quick, I'll tell you something. When you sign a credit card agreement or your mortgage agreement, what they do is they take that note and they monetize the note. So your $1,000 credit limit, your signature gives that paper the power. So they take that and they sell it on the foreign markets. So let's say $1,000 note, they'll monetize it 10 times over. So your debt was actually already paid as soon as they monetize it, but you don't know that, so you continue to pay. So, I'm not about skating, over things and trying to get out of, things that we have created. If you owe it, pay it. But if it's already been taken care of, why pay them again? Would you pay me twice for something you only used once? I don't think you would. So I just wanted to drop that bit of information, and we'll go into that in the next installment. Thanks so much, and have a great day.